stop everything you're doing. This is no longer a search, it is a forensic war. For weeks, the world has been fed a lie, a carefully curated narrative of a missing mother. But tonight, the wall of silence surrounding the Nancy Guthrie case has been obliterated. A bombshell leak from a high-ranking geneticist has just confirmed what we all feared. The FBI is not looking for a stranger. They are looking for a ghost whose DNA was already in their system. The suspect didn't just leave a trace. He left a signature in blood and saliva that points directly to a betrayal so deep it will shake the very foundations of the NBC newsroom. While Savannah Guthrie cries on camera, behind the scenes, a hidden truth has been unearthed that changes the motive from kidnapping to cold-blooded vengeance. If you think this is a random crime, you are being manipulated. Tonight we reveal the DNA secret that the Department of Justice tried to classify as a national security risk. Stay tuned, because the person who took Nancy isn't just a criminal, they're a message. And that message is written in a DNA profile that shouldn't legally exist. To the masses, Nancy Guthrie was the quiet 84-year-old matriarch of a media dynasty. Living in the serene Catalina foothills of Tucson, Arizona, her life seemed like a peaceful retirement, but insiders tell a much darker story. This wasn't a quiet home, it was a fortress. Neighbors have now come forward, whispering about blacked out SUVs parked at the end of the cul-de-sac for months. Why was an elderly woman under 24-hour unofficial surveillance? The history of the Guthrie family is a labyrinth of high-stakes media power and old-world grudges. Savannah Guthrie didn't just become the queen of morning news by accident. She made enemies, dangerous ones. Sources close to the family reveal a long-buried conflict from 2014, a legal battle involving a whistleblower who vanished shortly after Nancy Guthrie moved to Arizona. Was Nancy the insurance policy for Savannah's career? The drama was bound to explode. You see, Nancy wasn't just a mother, she was the keeper of the Guthrie Files, a collection of documents that could dismantle half of the power players in New York City. The FBI knows this. That's why when she vanished on the night of February 1st, the response wasn't a standard search, it was a tactical blackout. The Ring cameras didn't just fail, they were remotely executed. Next, the neighborhood internet didn't flicker. It was jammed by military-grade technology. But here's what the mainstream media won't tell you. Nancy Guthrie knew they were coming. Days before the abduction, she reportedly made a frantic, tear-filled call to a relative screaming, "The Shadow is back and he's not alone." Who is the Shadow? And why did Savannah Guthrie continue to broadcast as if her world wasn't collapsing? The background of this case is soaked in the blood of past betrayals, and the DNA found on that doorstep is about to prove that the past never stays buried. It just waits for the right moment to strike. The scene at the Guthrie home was a forensic nightmare. Blood on the doorstep, a struggle in the hallway, but the real horror began in the lab. Our lead expert, a genetic genealogist who has worked on the most high-profile cases in American history, has leaked a confidential report. The mixed DNA the FBI has been complaining about? It wasn't an accident, it was a forensic poison pill. Someone intentionally contaminated the scene with multiple DNA profiles to confuse the investigators. But among the chaos, the expert found one crucial sample that the FBI tried to delete from the official record. When they ran this profile through the federal database, the system triggered a code red. Why? Because the DNA matches a man who was officially declared dead in a 2018 car fire. Wait, it gets even more twisted. This dead suspect wasn't just anyone. He was a former security contractor for a major network, a man who once swore to protect Savannah Guthrie with his life. How does a dead man leave fresh saliva on a flashlight in Tucson? The betrayal is staggering. Did Savannah's own protector turn into her mother's kidnapper? The emotional fallout is reaching a fever pitch. We have obtained leaked audio of a Pima County Sheriff deputy talking to a colleague. The FBI took the samples and told us to forget what we saw. They're protecting the guy who took her. The reaction from the family has been one of pure, unadulterated panic. Sources say Savannah's sister has hired a team of private mercenaries to storm a safe house in the desert, believing the FBI is stalling to protect their own assets. The DNA isn't just on the doorstep, it was found inside Nancy's bedroom, on a glass of water she was drinking right before the blackout. This means the kidnapper didn't break in. Should Nancy let him in? She knew the ghost? And as the world watches the search, the DNA is screaming a name that the government refuses to speak. But we aren't done. Just as this revelation hit the wires, a second, even more shocking piece of evidence was found hidden in Nancy's garden, a piece of jewelry that belonged to a woman who has been missing for a decade. The escalation is now a national security crisis. As news of the dead man's DNA leaks onto the dark web, social media has become a digital battlefield. Twitter is currently being flooded with the hashtag Guthrie DNA cover-up. But here is the shocking reveal that will make your skin crawl. The DNA found at the scene doesn't just match a dead man, it matches a man who was in the Federal Witness Protection Program. This means the US government has been paying for the lifestyle of the man who just snatched Nancy Guthrie. The controversy is spreading like a wildfire in a drought. Industry insiders are terrified. If the government is protecting a kidnapper, who else are they protecting? Fake leaked memos from the DOJ suggest that the suspect was a high-level asset who went rogue after he was denied a pardon for a previous crime involving the media industry. The backlash is immense. The FBI isn't searching for Nancy, they're searching for their own mistake, one viral thread claimed. A second DNA profile was found on a discarded glove near the property. And this DNA doesn't belong to a man, it belongs to a woman whose DNA matches the Guthrie bloodline by 50%. Does Savannah Guthrie have a secret sister? Or is there a relative the world was never supposed to know about? The narrative has shifted from a kidnapping to a family civil war played out in blood and forensics. The industry is in shock. Rival anchors are reportedly refusing to share the screen with Savannah, fearing the Guthrie scandal will rub off on them. Every new piece of DNA evidence raises a more terrifying question. Is Nancy Guthrie a victim? Or is she a prisoner of a family secret that was never meant to be decoded? The public reaction is nothing short of explosive. The internet has split into two warring factions. On one side, the Guthrie loyalists believe this is a targeted hit by a cartel to silence Savannah. On the other, a massive wave of truthers are demanding Savannah step down from the Today Show until she explains the hidden DNA. The fan debates are turning into physical altercations at news bureaus. We have reports of protesters outside the NBC studios in New York, holding signs that read, "Whose DNA is in the desert?" The division is being fueled by celebrity reactions as well. A major Hollywood actress reportedly deleted a "Get Well Soon" post for Nancy after hearing about the DNA leak, replacing it with a cryptic message. The truth is a bitter pill. News reports are struggling to keep up. One local Tucson station tried to air a segment on the deceased suspect, only to have their signal cut mid-broadcast. This industry backlash is unprecedented. Sponsors are pulling out of morning shows. The Guthrie name, once synonymous with trust, lying is now a keyword for conspiracy. But the most chilling reaction comes from the insiders. A source within the forensic lab says the staff has been forced to sign ND as that threaten life imprisonment if they speak about the hidden truth. One tech reportedly quit on the spot, leaving a note on their locker. "I didn't join the lab to help hide a monster." The public's anger is boiling over. They feel the betrayal, they feel the tension, and as the search continues, a statement from a source close to the kidnapper has just hit an encrypted forum. The DNA was a gift. Now wait for the video. We have reached the end of the line, but the line has just been moved. We have just received a final heart-stopping revelation from our whistleblower. There was a third DNA profile found at the scene, hidden under the fingernails of Nancy Guthrie. She fought back. And the DNA she collected? It's a 100% match to a person currently sitting in the front row of the very newsroom searching for her. The killer isn't a ghost. The killer isn't a cartel. The killer is a colleague, a friend. Someone who has been hugging Savannah Guthrie and whispering "it will be okay" while knowing exactly where Nancy is being kept. The drama isn't over. It's just moved indoors. But wait, there's one more thing. A digital ping was just detected from a burner phone in a warehouse 5 miles from the Guthrie home. The message sent from that phone, a single photo of a DNA report with the words "The untold truth is alive" scrawled in red. Is Nancy Guthrie still alive, or is the person holding her planning a final televised reveal that will destroy every celebrity in the country? The DNA evidence was left on purpose. It wasn't a mistake, it was an invitation to a bloodbath. Foreshadowing is everywhere. Watch the background of the next Today Show broadcast. Look for the person wearing the black ribbon. That is your next clue. We are following the trail of blood, and it leads to a place no one is prepared to go. The next update will reveal the name. Are you ready for the fallout? The world is being lied to, but you don't have to be. We are the only ones willing to dig through the classified DNA reports to bring you the hidden truth. But we can't do this alone. What is your theory? Do you think the DNA belongs to the dead man, or is it a cover-up for someone much more powerful? Tell us in the comments. Your theory could be the spark that breaks this case wide open. We are monitoring every response. Make sure you like this video and subscribe with all notifications turned on. The FBI is trying to shut down channels like ours, and you need to be here when the final name is leaked. Don't let the media giants control the narrative. Click the video on your screen now to see the leaked security footage the FBI tried to erase. The clock is ticking for Nancy Guthrie, and the DNA is the only thing that can save her. Join us for the next chapter. The truth is coming, and it's going to be loud. See you in the next update.